The day of ads are over. The day of reckoning has begun. What the hell? Why is it bald? That's weird. Hold on. I was unintentional. There you go. Who was speaking there? Was it Zord or was it me? Ah, who knows? The wonders of magic. I'm going to scroll up here. What's up, Sam? Hello, Silly. Hello, Myth. What's up, Spoots? Hi, Fi. Keep him bald? Okay, my bad. I'll keep him bald. There you go. Ooh. It's so hot today. How's everyone doing today? Bald and crying. Yeah, there you go. He's bald and crying. He's held hostage now. On my shoulder. How was your pleasantries at the local farm? Let me see actually how hot it is today, because I woke up today and it was really hot. My dog was like huffing and puffing. It is, wow, 98 Fahrenheit today. It's gonna get 99 in about an hour, and I'll chill out after that. That is very hot, very, very hot. Not once has my weather app ever said the air quality is better than poor. It's always ever said poor. Got the pet animals and got fair food. Oh my god, you went to the fair. But yes, happy Tuesday stream. Sorry I haven't been streaming the last couple of days. Monday I woke up pretty cured from my issues. So I was like, I gotta take a day off. And then the next day afterwards, I was like, I gotta take another day off. But we're back. And I'm planning to stream the rest of the week. There were so many Labubus at a fair. Damn. Labubus even be hitting places that are not known that well. That's crazy. But they're all knockoffs. I would not be surprised if they were Labubu knockoffs. Silly, you said you got a new horror ad, El Casa something. Is it because October is in 2 months? Why are we already getting horror stuff? I don't understand. Imagine getting spooky dooky stuff already. Gambling time, yes, but I still haven't updated it yet, so. They're getting scammed! Get scammed, you nerd nugget. What's so weird is, so my headaches. Before I would get my headache whenever I'm just sitting and I'm moving around, but now I'm getting my headaches whenever I lay down and like I'm turned to the side, which is strange. But I mean, I can easily just fix it by not doing that. Updating all my SSR and my own art, please and thank you. It's a lot to update, but yes, I will update it at some point because, I mean, it'd be kind of pointless for me not to update it. This is the early access version. Because not only, like, I have to... I would also love to make a Twitter post about it. Because the creator themselves are actually, like, kind of reposting or posting the ones that they already have, so I would love to show some recognition to the original creator as well. But that requires me to do a couple graphic designer stuff, and it's been so hot as of lately, and my physical health state has not been good with a stupid headache, so I haven't had the time to do it. I've been pushing it back. It's weird because I'll wake up and I'll be like, I don't want to do anything, and then by the time it gets to like late at night, like 2-3 a.m., I'm inspired to do everything. Am I still gonna go to the doctors? Maybe. Maybe. Huge maybe. Yeah, of course I'm gonna go to the doctors. Yeah. I think the last time I genuinely went to the doctors for a checkup was... Let me think. When When was the last time my parents came? I think it was 20, either 4 years ago or 2 years ago. Speaking of cards, League of Legends finally has a TCG being released in October. What the hell? I don't know how I feel about that. Hello, Lori. Welcome in. Welcome in. How you doing? Is it like the Legends of Runeterra cards, or is it a completely different thing? I don't mind trading card games. What I hate is the fact that there are so many goddamn scalpers. And the trading card games themselves know this, and so they purposely manipulate how much they release. And so a lot of companies are getting into the trading card thing so that there's some sort of demand for something, you know? My wallet's about to dry up. I have a fear of doctors due to several bad experiences. Oh. If you don't mind sharing, I would love to hear some of them. But if it's too traumatic, please don't share it. That does suck. It does not look like Runeterra. That's a missed opportunity. What the fuck? A lot of the Runeterra art is amazing. I think maybe it's just more of stubbornness of wanting to go to doctors. It's kind of far from where I am. And also, this is funny. So it's a Thai doctor. I'm Thai, or half Thai. He always speaks English. But when I go there, the majority of them speak Thai, and I'm like, yes. I don't understand. And I get made fun of for not understanding Thai. Boy. I'm a boy. Hello, hi, how are you today? I'm doing good, Pumpkin. How are you? It is really hot today, actually. Hot. I woke up really late. Because I tried going to sleep early, and I was just feeling back and forth. I feel like I need freaking... What's that? I need melatonin to just... For like rough nights like that, because last night was rough. Not only was I having... What the fuck? Just disconnected from my computer. That was my computer, by the way. Yo, what's... Hello? Okay, I think it was my mouse. That was weird. What was I saying? I need melatonin for those rough nights, because last night was a rough night. If a red panda is caught stealing, what do you call it? A red panda was caught stealing. What do I call it? Red-handed. Haha, you're funny! Ban them. No, I was kidding. Don't ban them. I want to see a red panda in real life. I think that'd be so cute. The first one was when I was 13 or so. My stomach started hurting to the point I had stopped eating and couldn't sleep. Spoilers, it was appendicitis. The doctor kept telling me I was fine and that it was just a stomach bug. Oh, I hate doctors that are like that, man. I hate doctors that are just like, they diagnose you real quick. It's like they don't want to do their job. Like you're in pain. Like you've been in pain for a long time. And you just want an answer. And then they're just like, yeah, you're fine. Don't worry about it. You're cool. Just do the thing. Like, bruh. The fuck? I get what you mean. I've been better. I see. Hopefully your week gets better. Did you know that the Green Goblin decided to turn good and then team up with Spider-Man? Yeah, he's now Willem Dafoe. Okay, that one I don't get because I actually don't know the actors. El Charo Orviti. Welcome me, and how are you doing, El Charo? Don't know if I said that right. That is an understandable doctor's experience. His actual name is William Dafoe. Oh, really? He's a really good actor. He just has... There's a lot of actors that just have that evil looking face. But I know he's a really nice guy, IRL. I'm doing good and you said it perfectly? Yes, let's go. Why El Charo? What does it mean? What are these dad jokes? Why didn't the green pepper practice archery? Because it didn't habanero. Ha 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 ha. Ban them. I do feel like it's crazy because appendicitis symptoms are quite easily to catch on. Okay, let me educate myself and actually understand what the hell appendicitis is. is a painful inflammation of the appendix, a small finger-like pouch attached to the large intestine. Ooh. That does not sound like that would feel very good. Yeah, ow. Ooh. Also, the intestine looks really weird. The appendix itself looks really weird. You think it would be easy, but the amount of people I know who got it brushed off is a lot. Ugh. God damn. Shame on your doctor for not giving a shit about your health, honestly. Karma. Terrible doctor. I'm not gonna allow the message El Charo because of the word, but I read it. I know it's not. I know it's like Mexican, and like it's a different word, but just for the sake of not, I'm not gonna allow it. But I get it now. I get it. It's a Mexican myth. Interesting. El Charo. I see it. Oh yeah, it is actually. Yeah, just to be safe, you know. don't want to get accused for things that I didn't do. When I look at it, it reminds me of fuck, what's that one superhero in the Marvel universe that like turns into a burning skeleton? He's like there's like four different kinds of them. I don't remember. There's one particular one where he's riding a horse. I think it was like the first one. That's what it reminds me of. Ghost Rider. Yeah, it reminds me of Ghost Rider. The first Ghost Rider, not the one with a motorcycle or the one in the car. That went for like months. The only reason why I didn't die was because people at the ER found it and rushed me into surgery that night. The surgeon told me I probably wouldn't have made it if I waited any longer. Holy shit. Dude, that has to be like a lawsuit. Or something. Your doctor falsely... Can you sue a doctor for false... For like negligence? Can you sue them for that? Like false diagnosis, negligence. I feel like that would be really hard to prove too, though. Because it's actually really dangerous. If not treated, it can actually be really, really dangerous because appendages can burst and it can be a lot of issues. You're scaring me. I've had pain in that area before, but I've always just deduced it down to, oh, that was just a cramp, and then it goes away. I'm pretty sure it was just a cramp, 100%. Yeah, depending on what state you're in, he has a different look. Oh, really? I always thought... Because he's like... He's the... It's not... Is it a god? He's the spirit of vengeance. And there's like multiple of them from what I recall. Because I remember playing some of the video games and you had the Hispanic one. I forgot his name. I think he's the coolest one out of all of them. I love his outfit. I love his particular Ghost Rider design. I remember he met up with the other ones. Foul diagnosis, no, because people get misdiagnosed, but negligence, yes. My siblings' ruptured appendix got so bad they were throwing up their feces. Ooh, what the f... That's kind of nasty. And they didn't even get it all out, and they went back with an infection a week later. Ugh. That's... Ooh. Imagine throwing up your own shit. Yeah, Robbie. He's probably my favorite Ghost Rider because he has the coolest design. Not a fan of his like car, but I'm a fan of his like particular design. I'm also pretty sure you can palpate the appendix. That is crazy. Yeah, the one with the car. I know how many Ghost Riders. I only know 3 Ghost Riders. I know there's more. But Robbie is probably my favorite. He has one of the coolest ones. I know Wolverine also has one too. I fuck with his like helmet and that little like black and white outfit that he has with the square or the rectangle. Oh, super cool. He's more of a recent Ghost Rider, I believe. The fuck? Apparently there's a Ghost Rider 1 million BC, and his vehicle, or his vehicle of choice, is a mammoth. The Earth's mightiest hero, Avengers, Ghost Rider, riding a goddamn mammoth. That's kind of sick. This outfit reminds me of a Death Race. I don't know who Death Race is. I recently just finished catching up on all the Marvel movies, not the shows yet. A lot of shows that I haven't seen. The last movie that I didn't watch was The Marvels, and like, oh god, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't good either. Let me just make sure I actually watched all the Marvel movies. Yes. So, okay, I lied. I haven't watched the Fantastic Four yet. That's on the to-do list. There's so many superhero movies at this point. I can imagine like someone just getting into the series. You'd be so fucking lost. Haven't seen the Fantastic Four or the Thunderbolts yet. Thunderbolts wasn't too bad. It was alright. Okay, it's technically called the New Avengers. But Thunderbolts wasn't too bad. I haven't seen the Fantastic Four yet, but I heard the Fantastic Four is good, but it didn't like do amazing. Pop-up means you press on the spot and then feel it if there's like abnormalities, or how pain travels. You should know what it could be. Interesting. I think people would be able to. People would go to the doctors more often if it was affordable and viable. Where I live. So right now, the last time I went, my insurance was like, I had told my insurance that this is the doctor that I want, and it's been like that for 2-3 years, right? And so I finally go to the doctor, and when I go, they're like, well, it says here that your insurance hasn't assigned us to you. I'm like, what do you mean? It's been 2-3 years. And I check online, and it says it right there. So unfortunately, my copay was like $125 or something like that, just for a checkup. I was like, bruh, fucking, bruh, I hate, bruh, stupid. It was supposed to be a $20 visit with the insurance, but because something like, I guess they messed up or something, they never registered what I had wrote. It was a lot more expensive than what it should have been, which was like, all right, whatever. Dude, it's so hot. Oh my god. I'm gonna turn on my AC because that is hot as balls. It's so hot in my room right now. It is 84 degrees and it's climbing. And I have the AC on, which is terrible. What happened? I mean, I said it already, but so I went there, right? And it was supposed to be a $20 copay with the insurance that I had, but for some reason, the insurance that I had, they were, when they were checking it, I didn't like set them as my primary, this is a word for it, I forgot, primary doctor or something. And I was assigned to somebody else. I'm like, what the fuck? How? You guys asked me a couple of days ago. Yeah, primary care. They asked me like 2 years ago, which one do I want? I said I want this particular doctor. And before I went to the doctor, I even checked on the website of my insurance. It's like, okay, which doctor was set? And it was the doctor that I went to. But when I went there, they're like, yes, it says here you're not. I'm like, what the fuck? So I had to pay 125, 130 bucks for for the fucking checkup when it was supposed to be 20 bucks. I'm like, okay. And it didn't help that the area that I went to, or the doctors that I went to, only accepts cash. So I had to go out to the bank to get more cash. Yeah, insurances do that. I fucking... Why are they stupid, bro? Why are they stupid? Firstly, why is the checkup so expensive? And then why is... Bro. I hate it. Yeah, it was a cash-only place. I think they... I don't know. I don't work in the medical field, but I assume they do cash for tax reasons. That is my assumption. And I hear that my friends who don't live in America get checkups at no cost. That shit's free. That's been like €4 for a checkup. €4. That is like $5-6. That is so nice. Take advantage of your good health care. It should have been me. So I'm afraid to go to this doctor again, and then because I had called them afterwards, like, hey, can you change this again? It says it's here, but you guys didn't change. And I'm like, yeah, we got you. So I'm afraid to go again for this head problem that I have, just for them to be like, yeah, you're still not assigned to us. And then I went to cough up another extra $130, probably even more at this point because of the way the economy is. It was like free until I was 18. That's good. That's good. Yeah, for our clinic, no insurance is $145 for new patients, and for returning self-pay is $125. God damn, dude. That's so expensive, dog. Why is it so much? What the fuck? These are extortionist prices. Unfair and justified. That's why insurance is important. Yeah, but also insurance is kind of a scam too at the same time. The amount of times I've heard people like buy insurance, not just health, but like just any insurance, any type of insurance, right? You buy insurance and then they'll be like, when something actually happens, they try any way to not make it happen. When we had, it's not funny, but when we had the whole like the fires in California, and a lot of people had a fire insurance. The fire company for a lot of the residents who had fire insurance were like, or there was something, I don't remember what it was. I think it was like house insurance or something, and they like, as the fire was happening, they're like, yeah, we don't cover fires anymore. Bruh. That's fucked up. Although my Gramps, although my Gramps needs a CT scan for his lungs, and it is like €200, so it's not all fun and games. Damn. Hopefully they're fixed. Hello, Fox. Hello, Silver Fine Lock. What's up, Devin? I remember when my copay used to be like $30 like 10 years ago. Lucky. Ellie, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. I remember when I was 18 or 19. At some point, I forgot. There's a name for a children's doctor. It starts with a P. I don't remember their name. I always went to a children's doctor all the way up until I was 18. And then when I was 18, my last checkup, he was like, let me check your wiener. I'm like, what? And then I just remember that day because my parents asked me like, how long does the pediatrician, there you go, how long do they like check up for? And I remember him saying like something like up to 24, up to 20, 24 years old or something. And I was like, let me do some research. So I found out like at a regular doctor, they don't usually do all those normal checkups that like a pediatrician would do. So I was like, I don't want this man checking my wiener until I'm 24 unless something is actually needed. So I remember telling my mom, I was like, no more. Get me a regular doctor, please. I don't want this man checking my wiener. Just got done eating 4 sushi rolls? Damn. Howdy, what's up, Silver? Wife said I should follow you, so who's the wife? Tell the wife, appreciate it. Hello, Fox Halo. Thank you for the flower blooms. I'll like, there you go, so you can see it a bit better. Bam. I think they did that due to them going bankrupt after the fires if they were to pay out people. But like, you're an insurance company. That's your job. You screw over people. It's still fucked up. I got a burp. No, I don't. Yes, I do. I've only had female doctors. I've had only guy doctors. I don't know if I would feel I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know if I would feel less comfortable, more comfortable with a male doctor checking my wiener or a female doctor checking my wiener. I don't know how I would feel about that. I don't even want to think about that. I just talked to my mom. We were just talking about all pitching in for it, like all my siblings and I. That'd be pretty good. Hopefully your grandpa gets that check that he needs. Last time I had a doctor look at my peen was when I was enlisting. Wait, when you enlist, they check your wiener? What's up, Mark? That was a weird segue. If a company can't pay it, it would be worse if they didn't cancel it. I mean, it didn't have to be like a lot. It could be at least something. They didn't give anything. Wait till you get your first colonoscopy. Yeah, that'll be like 20 or 30 years old. I don't gotta worry about that right now. Doctors never looked at my peen, but that's probably just because I don't have one. Fair enough. For the ladies out there, I'm very curious. So, gynecologists. For some fucking weird reason, most of the gynecologists are males. I would assume you guys would prefer a female gynecologist over a male gynecologist, right? They were making sure they were checking to make sure I didn't have a yeast infection on your wiener. How do you get a yeast? If you like put bread on your wiener? The fuck? Wait, when do you do your first colonoscopy? I remember you can get your colonoscopy like super early. I've never been to one, and I probably should. I feel like that'd be important. I prefer my primary doctor. Oh, foreskin. Oh, okay. Is it like most Americans? I feel like most Americans are cut, right? 45. Ah, dude, I'm chilling, dude. I got a whole other life ahead of me before that. If anything, you guys should be more afraid than me. Yours is a female gynecologist? Nice, let's go. Because I know a lot of friends who they feel very uncomfortable, but unfortunately it's like the only gynecologist in the area that is just like males for some reason. The military doctors also make you bend over and spread your cheeks, dude. Oh, I feel like that's pretty normal for them though. But I can imagine myself doing that, like, oh, please don't fart, please don't fart, please don't fart. Hope we just gets a nice whiff of the Taco Bell I ate last night. I know they also, or at least from the movies that I've seen, they like speed give people fucking vaccines, right? I've seen where like it's just a bunch of men just laying around or like standing in a line and they're just walking and they like speed give them vaccines. It's like it's nothing. Silver said colonoscopies aren't that bad. Wait, what's Silver? You had a colonoscopy? Yeah, we just got Taco Bell. Make sure to fart right when they are the closest. That's funny. Like a car wash for injection. I know I've seen the Indian military was very interesting. I watched it was like a quick film or something of seeing how the Indian military works. So firstly, you have to reach a certain height. And a lot of people in India want to join the military because it's like a nice sign of respect. But if you're not tall enough, unfortunately, you won't be able to go. And I remember seeing a video where there was just a bunch of men standing, and a doctor will come and squeeze each of their balls to see if they're healthy or something. I remember I remember watching it. One of the dudes was just like he like giggled when his balls got squeezed. I was like, that guy liked it. But I'm pretty sure that's just like for any military. That's typical because they want to make sure. I feel like I lost my dog. They want to make sure that you're healthy. He's driving, so you're in the passenger seat. Forgive me. What is Fox? If you don't mind answering this, what is your pronouns? What do you identify as? I've heard that often husbands of women who are seeing male gynos are more uncomfortable than women themselves. Yeah, I would see that. She, her. So you're a passenger princess, I see. How does it feel, Silver, to have a passenger princess? No, I'm just kidding. Imagine going on Twitch while in the car driving. What are you guys doing? Hey, nothing wrong with a passenger princess. You're right. You're right. Nothing wrong. Nothing wrong. Nothing. You even have a shirt. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying. I love being passenger princess. I enjoy being a passenger princess with the homies. You mean passenger prince? Yeah, bro, have the homies open the door for you too. I guess I technically was one too. I mean, when Aiden and Faye came over, and I was in the car, I was in the backseat, but I was in the front seat, but I was still technically a passenger. I couldn't open the goddamn fucking door. It was like broken or something, so I had to have Aiden open the door for me. I mean, turn passenger princess is gender neutral. Is it? Oh, I usually just say if it's a male, I'd say prince. Open the door for me and everything. I don't drive due to trauma. You know what? That's a very fair excuse. Understandable. Kudos to Silver for driving. She's been my passenger princess for about 10 years now. Hey. I was about to say headbutt, but I was fist bump, bro. Fist bump. Same here. Well, not 10 years, but same boat. You couldn't buckle your seatbelt either. I did that. Okay, something was wrong with Aiden's car, I swear. It wasn't me. It wasn't me, I swear. For some reason, Aiden's seatbelt just didn't work on that particular side. The door didn't work for some reason. To be honest, no one ever sits in the seat. It wasn't used to it. You've been in this car for 10 years? Are you guys like on a car trip? What's the longest you've been in a car for? I think for me, it's been... The longest I've ever been in a car was 10, 11 hours. But I'm getting up and out. I'm getting constantly in and out of it. But I get car sick very, very easily. Especially when looking at a phone or like reading a book. Car sickness all the time, every time. 3 hours? 8 hours, 16 hours. Jesus. Driver roulette? What the fuck is driver roulette? Are you guys driving and then like you go swap and then you have to like as you're driving you swap? 18 or 19, 15 hours. I also got car sick. Car sickness is the worst. I remember my first time going on a boat. I thought I was gonna get seasick. Never got seasick. Never. So I was like, oh, it's cool. But in a car, especially Teslas. I don't know what it is with Teslas. I don't know if anyone else shares the same experience. Me and my significant other share the same experience. Whenever I go in a Tesla car, it just has this smell that gives me car sickness and a headache. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the plastic or it's the battery smell. It's always just a Tesla. No, we roll a dice. We roll a die to see who drives if we hang out. Ah, okay. Allergic to batteries? Is it that rich people stank? Yeah. I think it's not the batteries. It's the rich people stank. I can just smell it, man. Ash. Probably the fumes from all the glue holding it together. Maybe. What's up, Dali? How you doing, Dali? It's the evilness of Elon. It's actually the battery. Dude, honestly. Allergic to made in China. Wait. I thought they were made in Texas. Are they actually made in China? It's sad, too, because, like, aside from Elon, I think the cars are cool. I think it's cool that it's an EV car. I like the designs. I love the interiors. Very minimalistic. And I love the big screens. But, bro, the car just gives me a headache. Addicted to gasoline. Okay, is it just me or just, like... I'm not, like, that to the extreme, but... Gas kind of smells good. Like, the smell of gasoline kind of smells good. I'm not gonna, like, straight up get it and smell it, but it smells kind of good. I haven't seen the new Tesla diner. I have seen videos of it, yes. Heard that the food is very expensive, extremely mediocre. I saw that they have, like, the little Tesla robots serving food, too. What's up, Sidore? How's it going, Zai? It's going. It's going. It's hot, but it's going. Isn't Tesla the most American-made car? Is it? Same, I like the smell as well. Just the smell of gasoline is kind of nice. Especially when you're at a, like a, at a gasoline thing. I remember it wasn't too long ago because my parents were leaving to another state when I turned like 18, 19. And I've never filled a car before with gas. My dad never taught me before he left. But thank God for TV, for television. I learned that, you know, you want to use the cheapest option and not the other options. But God, I would have been so stupid and put the wrong type of gasoline or petrol in my car. Headache any better? Surprisingly, yes. I don't want to jinx it, but that's why I didn't stream Monday or Tuesday. So basically, to sum it up, on the weekend, I was kind of losing my mind a little bit. So I took some NyQuil, some sort of, you know, the like strong high medication. Knocked out. Woke up the next day, and I felt even more like shit. I had my headache. I felt sick, like I was actually sick, like with a cold. I had bad allergies. I had diarrhea. My body was aching. I felt terrible the entire day. Went to bed again. Felt a bit better. And then I finally recovered Monday, but still felt a little bit like shit. Tuesday, I needed an extra day. And I woke up today. Blessed. I no longer... Okay, I still get the headache, but only when I'm laying down and standing a certain way. But dude, it was bad. So I'm glad it seems to be gone now. We have a Bolt and he wants more buttons. You have a Bolt and you want more buttons? What does that mean? I'm confused. Wait, hold on. I'm trying to... How do I get the angry one? Oh, there you go. Sometimes the vehicles require that expensive option. Yeah, but I don't have that car, so it's fine. Excuse me. Excuse me. Did you find out why you had it? No. On Monday, I like called my mom. I was like, "Hey, mom, can you send me the doctor's address because I kind of forgot what it was, so I can make an appointment." And so she finally gave it to me, and unfortunately the office was closed, so I woke up the next day going to call them, but I was like, "Wait, it's gone." I don't want to make an appointment when like it's gone. You know what I mean? So my brain just knew. Thank you. Chevy Bolts. Sorry, I don't really know my cars that well, bro. Sounds kind of like the flu with all those symptoms. You might be right. I don't know. I've had the flu once, I think. Yeah, I think I've had the flu once. You should threaten yourself with a doctor's visit. Yeah, but I mean, I've already said my reasons why I kind of don't want to visit the doctor. Just to sum it up real quick. It's far. Sometimes my insurance likes to be weird. So I don't know if I'll be paying 20 bucks for copay or 140 bucks for copay. And then they all speak Thai. I'm half Thai. I don't speak it. I understand a little bit of it. And so it's kind of like, this might be unrelatable for some people, but if you have Asian parents or Asian grandparents, if you ever visit them, they always go, "Oh, you need to eat more. Oh, you need to lose some more weight," or "Oh, you look fat." I know it's not an Asian thing. I know there's other people, families that have that too, but it's kind of like that too. So you know, I don't want to deal with that. Just got here. I'm new, but I love your model. Ah, thank you, bad girl. Here, I'll show you the entire. Wait, which one? You talking about this one right here, or you talking about this one? I bet you're talking about this one, huh? What about a $5 copay? Ayo, what's up? Faye, ban that guy. Ban him for being unrelatable. Ban him. Ban him. Mute him. Nuke him. Eradicate. Relate to the Asian family struggle? Yeah. I have the one where every time that I go, they're like, because you don't eat enough, because I'm like super thin. I don't have copay, I just go. Mark's fine, you don't have to ban Mark. Mark has special circumstances. He's fine. But ban Bussy! Ban him! Ban him! See, Bussy gets paid for the people paying those expensive prices. Ban him! I don't have copay because I don't go to the doctors. Fair enough. I'm so tired, I didn't even notice the shoulder thing. That's Zort, yeah. Oh, here, I'll show you the entire model. I have a tail. Just in case someone forgot. Bam. I also have emotes. Bam, bam, bam. Oh, bam, bam. Yeah. Oh, and I also have this. I barely use it, though. Where does the tail plug into? My tailbone, bruh. Matt, thank you for the follow. The mask looks cool. The mask is cool. I don't know. I paid a lot for it, but I don't use it that often. It, here, I'll get, like, real close. When I speak, it lights up. It's a bit hard to tell sometimes because the brightness is not that bright compared to... I think I have to, like, do something on my model itself to make it more visible. Let me see if I can actually do it or not. Likely story? Come on, where else would a tail go, bro? There's only one place a tail could go. Oh, you eat. I think there's an area. Excuse me. There should be something. If I activate this, nope, not that. Where is it? There was something that I did that made it easier to see the mask better. Oh, I gotta turn it on. Fuck my asshole. Oh, there you go. I can do this. And it'll make it a bit easier to see. 2 places. What? How much to dye your IRL hair that color? Honestly? If you paid for the entire... I'm being dead ass. If you paid for the entire, like, cost for getting my hair dyed pink, I would dead ass go out and get my hair dyed pink. But it's very expensive, and that's why I've never done it. My hair's always been black. I can barely see the color change in the mask when you talk. That's a cool idea, though. Yeah, it was... I wish it was a little bit better, but hey, it is what it is, and I like it the way it is, too. Usually this effect... Whoa. Whoa! I look like a transformer! Bloom intensity. How would I make this glow better? Oh, I think this actually works. Careful, man. What? All I said was transformer. Light streaks. Oh, yeah, okay. This makes it a lot more easier to see when I do this. Oh, way easier. Oh, way easier. Ooh, I don't want to do that. Oops. It's like 200. Anyone know? I would have to call someone. The problem is too is I've never been to a good Salonis hair salon that's done it before. So that's also another issue that I would have to run into. Done driving. Bolt is our car. I wish I had more buttons, less of a giant screen. Ah, so you're like an old school type, huh? I feel like you drive a stick and you like your buttons. You're like, I hate these goddamn screens. I hate this goddamn auto drive assist. I had more comments, but I don't remember most of them. I get you though. A lot of these cars are very touchscreeny. I definitely would like some buttons for my car. I love that retractive feeling. I love my EV, but I hate looking away from the road. Fair enough. What is your dream car, Silver? Man, you have the coolest model. Thank you. Have you seen the robot slurs? Yes, I've seen them. But you see, to me, it's a Star Wars thing, but to others, it's not. I hate the assist features because I've almost died to them. I wouldn't mind the assist features as long as it's not that intrusive, you know? I have an old car. I have a beat-up Toyota Corolla, and it gets the job done. I'd say I'm a pretty safe driver, especially when you work for Amazon for a couple of months. You have to be a safe driver. God, never going back to that company. Sounds like a sympathizer. No. Robots. Come on. Equality. We love robots here, bro. I played Battlefront 2. We could say it? That's crazy. My dream car? I don't know. Probably basically my old truck, but with a battery instead of gas. Ah, so you like EVs more than gas? Or diesel? I've never had an EV car. I think I like the idea of it, but never had one. It was a gas Ford Ranger. Damn. It's a big car. You like big cars. Holy shit. Potato. Patesh. Sorry. Patatesh. Patatesh. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Now I'm scared to say the word. Say it, pussy. Oh, that's... Raiders, welcome. Oh, hello there. Hi. Muck, thank you for the raid. Welcome in. Wolfie, thank you for the follow. Potato Lord, hello there, Potato Lord. We weren't talking about anything. It's all good. I like the Ranger because it was a car-sized truck instead of an oversized compensator. I would have to drive a truck. I've never driven a truck before. Wolfie Zodiac, Prince of Darkness, thank you for the follow. We're the problem now. Macum you? Macum? Yeah, you were doing arts. What kind of art were you doing? Hello. I dare you to say it, Mark. I dare you. You know what's crazy, Mark? Okay, so you know in Siege, right? You know they have that one character that's two robots that you could swap it? I was playing... I don't think it was Ken. It was Zan. And Zan was like, oh, great. He's playing a filthy, and then he said the word. I'm like, bruh. VTuber art. Oh, shit. Share with the class? Due to a class called Intro to Esports. Ooh, that sounds like a cool class. I would love to take that class, Potato. Those... That's crazy. Whoa there. All I can say is, Roger. I love robots. Like I love the clones. I love the droids. It was a great cartoon. That's all I can say. It's a great cartoon. I loved it. Don't do this. Come on, you guys didn't watch the Clone Wars? The droids were funny as fuck. I've driven a lot of different vehicles, some for work, some not. They are basically driven the same. Or they basically drive the same. Does your work require you to drive a lot? I've always wanted to experience, I don't think I could ever in my life drive a truck, like the big ones, the one with like that has a big cargo in the back. But I've always loved watching those YouTube videos, right, where they're showing their lifestyle of them doing the deliveries, and they basically just live in the truck. I don't think I drive the truck, but I think it'd be super cool to have that job. Biggest difference between them all now is how they respond to sliding on ice. Damn. When the robot's uprising, I don't want my digital footprint. I don't want that in my digital footprint. Faye, do you believe in guilty by association? You associate with Bussy, so therefore... One of my jobs, I drove a Ram 3500. See, yeah, dude, all these cars that you're saying sound so American. They take me out back like an old yeller. Nah, I don't know that dude. So when the droid overlords come, they come to question you, you'll be like, Bussy, I barely know him. Who is that guy? Otis I drove was an 80s sedan. That's an old car. I'm gonna hop on Muck stream real quick to see the art that they were doing. Yo! Ah, damn it. Your videos are on subs only, so I only get to see a little bit of the thumbnail. That's cool, that's cool. We love art. Thank you for shouting out Muck, by the way. Hopefully your stream was good. Welcome Raiders, by the way. Sorry, I got off track there. But if you decided to stay, hope you enjoy your stay. Muck, if you gotta take care of yourself, please do so. And please go check out Muck. The art is pretty cool from the the little clippets that I can see. What's up, Amber? How you doing, Amber? I forgot the year. I think it was like a 65. No, you remember KO from Valorant? Yeah? Good at you? I'm chilling. It's just hot. Faye be like, I love Transformers. I love your VTuber bot on your voice. I'll accept the first half, but the second half, cap. You're lying. Why? Because I don't like my voice. I think my voice is ass. Not much of a car guy, but honestly kind of jealous. I don't know, man. You seem to talk a lot about cars. And if I've driven boat with less tilt/sway. I know. Hey, I appreciate you. Sorry, I'm not really gonna take compliments. Thank you. I appreciate the compliment. Number. If Optimus Prime just give me a chance. Sorry, Faye. Optimus Prime is taken by what's her name? Alita. She's taken by Alita. You lost your chance. It is what it is, Faye. I love my cars. Yeah, this guy owns 2 cars. I could barely own one. She could join too. I don't care. Bruh. What kind of person you are? Wait, why am I getting heat for being on the robot side and Faye's not getting heat? What is this, bro? What? What is this? That's crazy. You one time fell out of a robot as a kid? Oh, dude, that has to be traumatizing. Holy crap. Was it like on a rapid? Or was it like hopefully it was a calm lake or something. Bedroom sounding like a mechanic workshop. Jesus. Sexism SMH. Hold on. What's the word I'm looking for? I'm looking for a certain word. I found it. Zai can't make fun of the elderly. I being on the robot side versus wanting to bang on bang on are two different separate sides. You know what's funny? Okay, so a long time ago when I first started streaming, right? My BRB screen was actually supposed to be like it was supposed to be like a certain ambiance, right? I was going for a certain vibe, and this is what it was supposed to be. Ignore the dog because it kind of ruins the vibe, but this is what it was supposed to be. It's supposed to be like a repair shop ambiance sound effect. Why does it sound like that? Who the hell is P? No, that's fucking Rain. It's like I got that vibe because when I was at Star Wars Land at Disneyland, it was like it was like the ambience sounded like a repair shop with Rain. So that's what I was going for. Someone pissing while using a drill. Multitask. I thought it was Pete too. It had not even left. It had not even left the dock. I fell out. I fell out of it as I was trying to get in. It was one of those rubber rowboats, and I bounced off on it, and I fell in water. Ooh. That's a fear of mine. Getting into a boat and falling off. Not just safe, but Jesus. Especially like infested waters. If it was like a crocodile infested water or something, you don't know what's in it. Those there's that like dirty ass lakes where you can barely see anything. It's all murky and stuff. There's a lot of those in when I went to Disney World, we have a hotel. There's different resorts, and we have the Saratoga Springs, and it's right next to downtown Disney or Disney Springs, and they have a lot of lakes there or ponds because it's Florida. It's swamplands. And my fear is just, what if I accidentally fall in that nasty ass water? There's like sharks, snakes, or something in it. Not sharks, sorry, gators in it. There are no crocodiles here. Shape me as a person I am today. Huh. Here, let me see. It's not just someone peeing. That's just rain. But it's supposed to be like mechanical sounds, you know, like someone's repairing something. Yeah, he really was searching for something there. Nah, the hand crank? I like that sound. That's a good sound right there. Oh yeah. Man, now you guys ruined it. Now it really does sound like someone's peeing in the background. Look what you guys did. I kind of want to get a boat to get my younger cousins on in an inner tube and give them a skip. I feel like people who own boats are usually... This is what I think of someone who owns a boat. It's either one, it's the only vehicle, it's their life. It's the only thing they have. Or two, they're just rich. They're just rich like that. They have a boat. One time while swimming in a lake as a kid, a snapping turtle bit my foot. Oh my god. Probably the worst thing that happened to me in that lake. That, or when I was rowing, and a spider as big as my hand started climbing up my arm. You live in Australia? What the hell? Dude, I've seen what snapping turtles can do. That's crazy. Spider as big as your hand. Like a lily spider? They have to have a name. I know Australia has the biggest spider. It's called a raft spider. And that shit's huge. I can't do spiders, man. I can't do big spiders. Small spiders I'm okay with, but big spiders are not it. I'm okay with small insects, but the moment an insect gets any bigger than like a grain of rice, it becomes too much. You were like 9 at the time? What the hell? Where were you? I learned that there are turtles that can paralyze you for a moment. Like it could be a lie because I'm alive and I believe people, but hello? There are turtles that can paralyze you? What the fuck? Sure that's not a Pokemon? Sounds like a Pokemon to me. That Pikachu? Mark, you should play some more Siege with us. We were playing Siege the other day ago, but I saw that you were offline, so I assumed that you were asleep or something. Naive. Now I think about it, those were both during the same summer camping trip. You should stop going to that summer camp. That summer camp doesn't sound very safe. They seem to have not very good summer camp leaders watching. Yeah, man, we should play today, KEKW. Yeah, we'll play later. I'm down. There's so many new updates coming out, you know, all that stuff. Keep going and assert your dominance over the turtles. Are you trying to spell naive, Pumpkin? I went to camp every year from when I was 6 till I was 17. You're lucky. Part of me wished that I had gone to some sort of like fun summer camp every year. But I didn't. I only went like for like certain field trips. Apparently Delta Force is on console now. I did see that. I love Delta Force. Delta Force fun. Yeah, it's okay. Naive is hard to spell too. I don't even think I would know how to spell that, honestly. I'm gonna try it right now. Yeah, I would never spell that. Naive is spelled like knave. N-A-I-V-E. This is how it's spelled. That dead ass looks like knave to me. English is hard. English is very, very hard. Be gone, knave. I growing up secretly dreamed about going to one of those summer camps, but I never did. Yeah, I remember. Dude, I say I remember a lot. Growing up, there was this one particular television show called Jessie. When that show ended, they made another show that was a follow-up from Jessie. I forgot what it was called, but it was like a summer camp show. And I watched that as a kid a lot. I don't remember what it was called. I was like, damn, that looks like a lot of fun. You were in Cub/Boy Scouts? This is gonna sound weird, but I always thought the Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts was some sort of weird cult. Girl Scouts always be trying to sell them the cookies to you. I don't know what the Boy Scouts did. I feel like I don't think the Boy Scouts did anything. Did they have something that was the same as selling cookies? I don't think so, right? I think that was only the girls, no? They kind of are. What, really? I feel like it really did feel like a cult, huh? I knew a couple of students who were in Boy Scouts. They wouldn't flaunt it all the time, but sometimes be like, well, I was in Boy Scouts and I know how to do this and that. Popcorn, huh? I've never once ever seen a Boy Scout sell popcorn where I grew up. Not once. Maybe it wasn't as popular. Maybe the Girl Scouts are just better at marketing, man. Boy Scouts, I think you guys need to up your game. He wore his outfit for school pictures a lot? Really? The hazing was worse than the military. Wait, so you were not only a Boy Scout, you were also in the military. Your mom made you? Oh, okay. What part of the military? Are we talking like U.S. Army? Or Are we talking Marine Corps? Are we talking Navy? Are we talking Air Force? Are we talking... Fuck. There's that one... If I were to ever go to the military, that's where I would go. It's where you watch the shoreline, but I forgot what they were called. I'm so sorry. I don't mean to put disrespect on the American military. I keep wanting to call them the Coast Guard. The Coast Guard. First off, Marines are the Navy. Are they? I don't know. I've had a couple of family in the military. Are they actually? Oh, I always thought they were different. I feel like ones who flaunt their Boy Scouts are the ones who go to JROTC, then military. What is JROTC? Minara, thank you for the raid. Welcome in, Raiders. Kara is a simpy pimp. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for the follow. Bruh. I'm just gonna call you AI. That's why you gotta make that so hard to say. Blu-ray, World of Warcraft. You were playing WoW? How was WoW? I recently... because it's Sindori. I know that Sindori is a race in World of Warcraft. I'm relatable. Very relatable. I love WoW. I also know who Illidan is. And God, who else was it? Fucking hold on, I'm trying to remember my Heroes of the Storm. Heroes of the Storm history. There's Illidan. There's something Gaff, something Cho. There's that prince, yeah. There's that really hot red mage girl. There's that dragon girl. Sorry, I don't remember their name. There's Kael'thas. I love WoW. I'm so relatable to you. I did that on purpose. I hate you. I hate your name. It's a good game, man. I think the game is older than you. I'm almost certain WoW is older than me. 100%. I'm so sorry about my username. Nah, your name. Hey, at least I can pronounce your username. I can't pronounce AI's name. Thank you, Sindori. Hello, Blu-ray. Follow you for a while. Love your design. Thank you. Thank you. I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to remember the WoW characters. There's Illidan. Is Arthas? I don't remember. Brawl, Deathwing. I almost said Artanis, but that's StarCraft. I almost said Abathur 2, but that's also StarCraft. There's Murlocs! Murky! I love the Murlocs. Whenever they make that funny noise, it's like... Right? That's the sound they make? It's like... I think they make that sound. I'm pretty sure. Also, the story about your hair was the first impression I had of you? What are you talking about? My hair. No, I'm talking about. That's surprisingly really good. I remember. So in Heroes of the Storm, there's this character called Murley or Murloc, something like that. He's literally a Murloc. And he had one of these moves where he would just scream, "Oh no!" And I kept mocking it every time I played it because he was such a funny character to play. Oh, yes. And Leroy Jenkins. I do know of that one as well. He would make the funniest noises, and I would just always copy it. When did WoW come out? I'm about to make some of you guys feel old, and I'm sorry. When did World of Warcraft? 2004. Okay. I was 2 years old. So the game's not older than me. But I was 2 years old at the time when World of Warcraft came out. So I my first thought was Goo Goo Gaga. Not, I love WoW. Oh, here, I got you. I'll make him cry. Wait, you want him bald or do you want him... You want him with hair? 20 years old. God damn. We love Daily Gacha. I think the oldest game I probably ever played is CS. I played CS Source for like a month. What's up, Nix? Yo, yo, yo. By the way, any raiders, if you decide to stay, I hope you enjoy your stay. If you gotta leave, no worries. And if you gotta leave as well, do your post-stream stuff, Minara. By all means, please go ahead. How old is CS? Fuck, dude, that's a good question. CSGO is 25 years old. So okay. It beat World of Warcraft. Let's fucking go! Apparently, GTA is 28 years. I love your design. Thank you, Kira. Thank you, thank you. Here, I'll show you the entire model. Bam, 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 bam. I got a tail. Yep, that's right. Well, Tetris is probably old. Here, I'll make you feel old. The Nintendo Wii came out in 2006. It is 2025. Yeah, you feel that? You feel your bones cracking? Yeah? You feel old yet? The Nintendo Wii 2006? How do you feel? How do you feel? Keep yourself safe. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Feel old. The PlayStation 2 came out in 2000. PlayStation 3 was also 2006. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Feel old. You hurting us? For any of my Xbox 360s, that came out in 2005. Yeah! How do you feel? You know what's even worse? Windows 10 is officially 10 years old. Yeah. You filthy Windows 11 users. How do you feel? I want everyone right now to remember how long ago they were in high school. Yeah. How does Windows XP? That's a good question. Windows XP. 2001. Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's old. I remember going to my grandparents' house, and I don't know if anyone has the same experience, okay? Please share the same experience as me, okay? Let me know if you have the same experience. I used to go to my grandparents' house when I was a little kid. I was like, I don't remember, 6, 7, 8. And they would have a box computer with Windows XP. And I would always boot up the Windows computer. And the only 2 games that were on the Windows computer, sorry, 3 games, was Minesweeper, the pinball game, and I found out that it had a secret game. It had Mega Man on it. And I would always play those games. And at the time, I didn't know how to disable sticky keys. So one of the moves in Mega Man was to press shift to dash. I couldn't dash infinitely. I only could dash up to 4 times before the sticky keys would pop up and interrupt my gameplay. Club Penguin is 20 years old? Oh, now you're hurting me, man. Oh, friendly fire. What have I done with my life to get to this point? For real. Big bully my VTuber. What's up, Rika? How you doing, Rika? As a kid, my grandma didn't have a computer for the longest time. Damn. Damn. There was, oh my god, this is bringing memories. I'm gonna show you guys something. Only the OGs would remember this. This was something that, as a kid, when I went to my grandparents' house, it was this. especially Purple Place. These were the legendary video games that I played on the Windows XP. These were titans of their time. This was yes, this was this was my cool math games before cool math games. This was my version of Steam. Well, not really, because I mean, technically Steam was my Steam, but I'm relatable. Well, okay, there might be ads that are being played. If there's ads, okay, there's ads. Fuck. God damn it, ads. Damn it, thank you for the 8 months Prime. I was like, well, continue my torture, but then the fucking ad started playing. Curses. What has this world come to where I'm grateful for advertising? Yeah, we got no ads. The old pinball was... I love that game. That was fun. That was great. You want the... He's already holding his tail. There was 9, but I skipped him. Goddamn. I appreciate the Prime, though. I mean, I can make it where he's not holding it anymore. See, now his whole wiener's exposed. Yeah, this is his stream now. Did you ever play that really old golf game that was with a polar bear? I would need to see an image. Based off the description, I feel like I may have. Old golf game with polar gopher. I haven't, but I've seen people play it. I think you're saying goth. Cool math game has a free GeoGuessr. Have you seen? I mean, isn't GeoGuessr free itself? But no, I haven't seen it. I'm almost sure GeoGuessr is free. I mean, there are some things that you do pay for, but GeoGuessr is free up to a certain point. Cool Math Games, y3.com, gamebox.com, y8.com. Those were legendary websites. Back when I was in elementary school, we got 1 day of the entire week to go to the library. And I wouldn't go to the library for the cards, I mean for the books. Fuck the books, bro. I went to the library for the computer time, just so that I could play cool math games, or if I could play Balloon Tower Defense, Y3 or Y8. The bully's back now. We're good. Don't worry about it, bro. Now we're just reminiscing. Thank you for the hydrated stretch. I'm old. You guys ever had scholastics in your school? That's what it's called, I think. Scholastics? Was it called Scholastic? Yeah, it was called Scholastic. Where you could read books, do a quiz online, and then they have the book fair that would come by sometimes. Ah, great times, great times. I may have been a little broken, may have stolen some cheap things. Regrettable, yes, but a memory of mine. The book fair was so fun. They were really fun. They were really fun. Yes. Thief? Okay, look. It was more so like I got dragged into stealing things. Okay. I had a friend at the time who had bought stuff from the book fair. And like I wanted something but I couldn't get anything. So he decided to be a homie. And we both went back into the book fair. And because he already had a bag in which he purchased things, he like... Oops! One accidentally fell into his bag, basically, and we walked out, and then he gave me that thing. So, I didn't have money to buy anything at the book fair. It wasn't really cheap at the time for me. That's a homie right there. He was a homie. And I remember it was like a Pokemon toy figure or something with a Pokeball. There was no quiz online. You just read a book, and if you took a test for it, you could earn like 0.25 in school that you spent on the book fair. We had the book fair, which is Scholastics thing. Then we had something else. I don't remember the name of it, in which I forgot what it was called, but you read books, and then you could type in the book online, and then it would give you a quiz based on that books. And then depending on how many answers you answer correctly in the book, it would reward you with points. And then every Friday of the end of the month, it's called the AR store. It would open up, and it was basically kind of like an arcade reward section. But instead of the points being tickets, the points were the points that you got from reading books. And that's how you would use those points to basically get any of the gifts, and it had some really expensive stuff too. I remember there being like a Wii and like a DS on the shelf too. It was how one of the schools I want to try to get kids to read. Yeah, I mean, it was cool. I never read any books. There was this one time I had my friend who actually does read books. He read like those really long books, like fucking Harry Potter and shit. And I had him log into my account, and I had him answer the quizzes for me so that I would get a shit ton of points. And I thought I had got a shit ton of points, but I think from my memory, I think the website was like, nah, bro, there's no shot you read these books, and like removed my points. What's up, Pantsu? How you doing, Pantsu? Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. What's up, Moonshadow? How you doing, Moonshadow? Welcome in, welcome in. Have I stolen things? Yes. But I've done it when I was broke, when I was a kid. Would I ever do it again? No. It taught me a lesson. I wouldn't do it again, obviously. I have never kept anything of the things that I stole, I don't think. I know this the more. No. What's your mascot? I don't have a mascot, by the way. This is not a mascot. For anyone confused, this is me, but not me. His name is Zort for copyright reasons. Okay? This is not a mascot. He's bald because I took off his hair. Yes, Mort. I don't know who that Mort is. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah, there's a lot of things I regret as a kid, but I did a lot of things as a kid that I regret, but it was all to fit in. I was such an unrelatable kid. I had a friend that would go in and do random book quiz and get the points. That's crazy. My internet is so ass. I'm gonna watch the stream later. Bye y'all later, Rika. Thank you so much for dropping by. Yeah, King Zulian. I like that. That one's better. My bad. No, you're good. I'm not like mad at you or anything. I think probably. I mean, it's not really a regret of mine, but I said the story many times before. The only reason I ever got into Pokemon, I've always been a Digimon guy. The only reason I've ever gotten into Pokemon was because I wanted to make friends. There were these two boys that were talking about Pokemon in 3rd grade, because I didn't have any friends in 3rd grade. There was these two boys that were talking about Pokemon in the bleachers. And I had butt in pretending like I knew what Pokemon was. And I had to learn what Pokemon was. I had to force myself to be interested in Pokemon just to be relatable to make friends. It's such a core memory of mine. Digimon was so cool. I fucking love Digimon. I choose Digimon any day, every day, over Pokemon. It's just that Pokemon obviously was a lot popular, or a lot more popular. The Evolution Brain is saying, yes, I love Digi-Evolutions. I love how it's so expansive, right? You have Agumon, who can go to like 4 different kinds of Greymons, and then like one Digimon can go into like 50, 500 different kinds of Digimons. You can combine Digimon with a human who has a special bond. You can combine Digimon with another Digimon. Like, oh! Digimon makes me horny. Me and my brother only got along when either of them come on. Digimon or Pokemon? Or you mean both, I meant. One of my brothers had a pewter metal where Garurumon or something like that. That's sick, dude. I love Omnimon. Omnimon's so cool. I remember when the first season aired and they combined Greymon with I forgot the other one, and it made Omnimon. I was like, oh, peak. Both Pokemon and Digimon. There's Pokemon and Digimon. There was Yu-Gi-Oh too, but Yu-Gi-Oh wasn't very popular in my school. I think what was more popular was Ninjago. Ninjago was very popular for a time. Oh, and Bakugan. I loved Bakugan. They kind of lost me. Oh, and Beyblade. Beyblade was the shit. I remember when everyone at school would bring their Beyblades, and then they got banned because some of the kids were sharpening their Beyblades where it became an actual lethal weapon. But I fucking loved Beyblade. I feel sad because kids nowadays don't grow up with that. I mean, I guess they technically kind of do. I'm so disappointed in Curtin. It's not today's generation's fault, okay? But we grew up with Beyblades, Pokemon, all that stuff. You know what the current I think it's Generation Alpha. You know what they grew up with? Skibidi toilets. Think about it for a second. Skibidi toilets is their version of fucking Beyblade and Bakugan and Pokemon, all that stuff. What do you mean Beyblade had a resurgency? Yeah, but like in the older generation, for people who like, I can't think of a single Gen Alpha kid that's like, I love Beyblade. They go Skibidi toilet. I don't even remember the Beyblade theme song, I'll be real with you. My youngest brother loved Ninjago, completely missed the bow on Beyblades and the ball thing. Dude, it's never too late. Go back and watch all that stuff, dude. I think your area is brain rot. Well, I don't really have any... It's just the general consensus that I've seen. I think it's like... Now the stuff that the kids watch nowadays are like Coco Melon. I don't know. Because I know... Okay, Lucy, I know you have someone of the similar age. Do they still watch television? Do they still watch cartoons? She watches like Bluey and learning shows. Bluey. What the hell is Bluey? Okay. My youngest sister is big into Roblox, I think. I don't know. Yo, Silver. Keep your sister safe, man. Roblox is a dangerous place, man. Lee, welcome in, Lee. How you doing, Lee? Welcome back. Okay, how are you? I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling. We're just reminiscing of the old stuff. You probably heard me talking with an accent with her. No, I probably don't remember that. It may be my area, but I know a lot of this generation is not growing up with the same things that we did. There's not that many cartoons. I'm talking like teens. Maybe not like super young, but like preteens. They had a name. What's the name for preteens? It has a name. I know it's not called preteens. It had a name. Fuck. Oh my god, I just had a flashback. You know my favorite show as a kid growing up? Codename Kid Next Door. I fucking love that show. Not a Very Odd Parents, but Codename Kid Next Door was legendary for me. That was fire, dude. That was the shit. That show was so good. I remember the first episode that I watched, I think it was more of a movie, was the whole arc where it was the middle schoolers against the high schoolers. I love that arc. It was great. Whenever I go visit my dad, she's yelling at people for not playing the games right or something. She doesn't have a mic, so it's probably fine. Okay, well, just keep in mind there are a lot of not safe characters on the website, so, you know, be safe, be safe. As in, how are you? I'm doing good, Flo. How are you? I love Codename Kid Next Doors. Who's your guys' favorite character? Mine was the main the I don't remember any of their names. I know they had numbers. It was I think his name was 3? No, 4. His name was 4. The blonde kid. The grumpy one and 5. I think mine was 4. I don't exactly remember if it was 4. I love Winx Club and Sailor Moon, and when I could, card capture Sakura. Never seen any of those. I've seen Sailor Moon, but other than that, I haven't seen the other ones. I'm okay. I had to get a new Roblox account though. Oof. I was the main guy too. I didn't remember the numbers. I know the main guy was a bald dude. I think his name was Nigel. I don't remember the one that I liked, but I know there was also that girl who had like overgrown sleeves. I had to wake up early for them though. Ooh. Yeah, but that's a great time as a kid. Imagine like waking up an hour before school just to eating your cereal or something, watching a television show, and then going to school afterwards. I think I like the one kid with the goggles on. I don't remember his name either. The grumpy one in the orange hoodie and the blonde hair is 4, I think. Okay, yeah, 4 was one I liked. Jam Gang, thanks for follow. Welcome in. 3 was the green shirt girl. Yeah, she was cool too. Didn't watch much of it though. Had to rent them from the library. Oh, imagine being so old that you had to rent from a. No, I was kidding. I had to do that too. Imagine being so old you had to go to a not David Buster's. You had to go to a Blockbusters to rent a movie. Yeah. Imagine not having Netflix. Nah, those are great times. I enjoyed that. Ken, die. I remember Netflix in the mall. I don't remember Netflix. I remember Netflix just came out of nowhere. The only thing I remember that was like kind of was a threat to Blockbusters was those red boxes that you would see if you went to a market. They were called Red Box or something. It was like a little vending machine that you can rent out movies or something. I remember those being like all over the place, and then it just disappeared one day. You still have those around? That's crazy. All of mine here are gone. I was there when Netflix was just mailed movies. Damn, dude. Redbox had games too. That was cool. My brother-in-law was so hyped for Netflix. I remember there was... I forgot what it was called. There would always be this one television commercial where you could order video games on a website and they would mail it to you. I don't remember what it was called. Game something. Always wanted to try that service out, but we never did. And then everything became a subscription-based virtual online thing. Netflix, $9.99. Hulu, $6.99. Fucking, what else? Fandango. Amazon. NBC. You have all these subscription dudes. Gamefly. Yeah, Gamefly. Is that... I'm gonna Google it. Whoa, what the... Yo, it still has a website. What? Gamefly still has a website? That's crazy. No way. This place still exists? It's still the same service? You could rent Switch games. PS5 games. Wow. I am surprised that this is still alive. Yeah, I'm on the website right now. It still exists. That is crazy. Kudos to them. Holy shit. Subscriptions but still getting ads? Yes. I did hear about that. You would pay for Hulu and you would still get ads. Honestly, that's really cool. I am pleasantly surprised that Gamefly still exists. We rush your games
to you free shipping. Swap games anytime, thousands to choose from. Keep the game you love with a great discount. How much do they charge? $13.50. Oh no, it's $20 a month for one rental. So you're basically paying $20 to play as many games as you want. So it's basically kind of like Xbox's Game Pass, but you're not just restricted to just the games that are on Xbox. That's kind of cool. I can see that being a thing still. How many customers does this thing have? Wow. No, I feel old. Ugh. Oh no, my allergies are kicking in. My left eye is starting to water. What is it called? Hay fever? I hate hay fever. Anyone else have bad allergies? When is allergy season? Allergy season. Typically occurs different times of the year. Blah blah. December and January. Okay, but it's not December or January. But it is June. Year-round allergy gang. Yay, yippee. We love allergies. When I was a lot younger, I got really bad hay fever to the point where I couldn't go to school anymore for the day. It would piss me off. I was the kind of student who would always want... This may sound weird. I was a student who always wanted 100% attendance in school. And so anytime that I got sick... You wanted to go to school? Yeah, I know this sounds weird. I hated school. I hated the way I was treated at school. I got bullied a lot. I had really terrible experiences, especially in my school district. But I wanted... I don't know why. Something inside me is like, I just wanted perfect school year attendance. You ever get student of the month? No. I don't think that ever existed in my school. I don't think student of the month existed in my school because every student in my school was the ideal student. Because if you weren't, you got kicked out of the school. His eyes built diff. Bro, why? I don't know. I really don't know why. I think because I didn't want to get kicked out of school or something. What's up, Aiden? Was it like a private school? No, it was a public school. It was... Oh, man, I could go on and on how much I fucking hate my school. Okay, my school was terrible. I hated it. I hated the school system. I hated the students there. I got bullied so much. It was very traumatic. It was so unfair. It was a public school, but it was like one of the top schools in the state. It's a bad experience, man. The amount of scummy things that they did disgust me. I only missed school for like surgery. I had like a 50% attendance once. Can I remember you telling me that you didn't go to school once because you were playing video games or something? The amount of times I got injured and couldn't go to school and I was so happy about it. Dude, I could be like hella sick and I would still go to school. I did school to play League a lot. It's crazy. I did school all the time to play WoW. I've never did school ever to play games. I've like not done homework before. But never did school. My school, my school developed this kind of environment where like you need to be a good student. If you weren't a good student, everyone just looked kind of down on you, basically, kind of thing. Like you needed to be the ideal citizen, basically. If you weren't the ideal citizen, you looked frowned upon. If you didn't like had any honors class, you'd look frowned upon. If you weren't in any AP class, you'd look frowned upon. If you weren't like up for hours studying, you know, if you got any more than 6 hours of sleep, you were a weirdo. That's what my school was like. I had a really weird environment. I get beat if I ditched to play games. I would too. I never did school, but I would show up late. Damn. Would you show up late because like you just woke up late, or was it more so a reason like parents weren't able to drop you off or something like that? I would go to school for about... How long is school usually? hour-wise. About 6 hours. I would be at school for about 8 to 9 hours. Because of my dad's job, I had to go to school super early. I think school started at like 9. Okay, that was later on in the year actually. In high school, school started later at 9 a.m. But I would be at school at 6 a.m. every day. So I would wake up at 5 or 4. Because I had a hard time waking up because it's really early. 4 a.m. And then my dad would drop me off at school at 6 a.m. And I would be there all the way until school started at 9. Now we started at 7. It used to be 7, but for some reason, like, they wanted to start school later as I was in this, like, the longer I was in school. So they started much later. It's weird too, because they ended at the same time. Like, my school was weird, okay? On Wednesdays specifically, school would end early. School would start later and end early. So, like, every day would be, in middle school, I think it was 8:30 to 3. And then for some reason on Wednesday, it would start at 9 and then end at 2. No fucking idea why. After a certain point, my mom said, fuck it, he'll be fine, and stopped answering whenever the school would call her about me. Damn. Started at 6. Did you have block days? What are block days? Maybe. Sounds familiar. 7 for first period and 6 for 0 period. Yes, we would. I would also have 0 period too, but we called it something else. It was either called 0 period or start with an A. I forgot what it was called. But we would have a 0 period for some odd fucking reason. Okay, this is how. I don't know if anyone else's school was like. This is how my school is gonna go. I'm gonna tell you exactly how my school schedule went. It was so fucking stupid. On Monday, it would be exactly like this. Sorry, the dash is meant to be 0. So it would be 0 period, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, okay? On Tuesday, this is how the periods would go. And then on Wednesday, this is how the periods would go. I have no idea why they did like that. 4th period would always be 4th period, and then it would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then the next day, 2, 3, 5, 4, 6, 1. I'm just like, I fucking hate the schedule. It's so annoying. That's block scheduling? It's why? What can someone for the life of me explain to me? What is the thought process behind this school scheduling? I need to know. Oh yeah, 0 period was always at the beginning of the day. Block days are less classes a day, but for much longer. So like a class you'd have. So, okay, hold on. My brain's not working. Block days are less classes a day, but for much longer. So like a day you'd have classes 1, 3. Then B day you would have 4, 6. I don't understand. My dyslexic ass is kicking in. I need like someone draw something for me, man. Oh my god, Faye, I thought the image you sent me was your microphone and it was broken. It was your corn dog. Just Google it, man. I hate school. School. Someone explain to me with Minecraft parkour in the background, please. Minecraft parkour, GTA cars doing some really cool stunts. My attention span is too low for this. Block periods, school. School days are divided into fewer, longer class periods, typically 8 to 120 compared to traditional shorter periods. Let me see. Okay, yeah, I guess I did have block periods then, yeah. I didn't know that's what it was called. Interesting. So you might as well I didn't like it. It was annoying. 0, 1, 2, 3. Damn, you had 7 periods. I see Pink Eye Click. Welcome in, welcome in. I know in my senior year, I found out in freshman year that you could have less periods. Man, if I was a woman, I would love that. But anyways, you could have less periods. And so you could completely skip zero. Oh, no, sorry. Zero period didn't exist in high school for some reason. You could skip first period if you had done enough classes. And you could have no sixth period if you took a sport or if you had no classes. I somehow got super lucky and worked around the system. I only had 4 periods except for Monday. I only had 4 periods. 4 class periods, not... So I was only at school for like, I think like 4 hours, and then I got to go home really early. So I got to go to school later, and I got to go home early, and it was really nice. Senior year was a really great year for me. I joined at the wrong time. Nah, you joined at the right time. Every moment is like this, I swear. Parkour and Subway Surfers on either side of the screen with the dancing through below the explanation. Exactly. It's okay, man. You didn't have to specify. No, I had to specify just in case I was taken out of context. Graduation was also pretty lit for me because I didn't have a graduation, which was a great thing. It was a blessing in disguise. COVID was unfortunate for a lot, but because of COVID, I didn't have a graduation. I didn't have a prom. I didn't have senior week. And it was all a blessing in disguise because I was having some really bad relationships with my friends. And because of all that, I didn't have to deal with any of the social issues that I had. And I graduated school, no problem. Zero period was medical class? What the fuck? Zero period for me was like a study period. Do whatever you want kind of thing. I just did skip first period. Could have graduated early, but didn't because I didn't want to get a job for 6 months before I enlisted. That's fair. That sounds bland. Honestly, it sounds bland, yeah, but it was a blessing. Okay, for many, zero period was a time where you could do homework before, like, your next period. And on Fridays, you could also, or for me in particular, Fridays were always like, you could play on your phone. Like, you could play video games on Fridays, so it was really cool. Text can't convey emotion much. True. Unless you use... I expect you're or not. I also just didn't do my homework. Me neither, bro. Part of me is jealous, but a part of me is like, what has society come to? A lot of students nowadays are just using ChatGPT to finish their homework or do their essays or whatever. I was the worst kind of student. Well, you fit right in, bro. Me too. Me too. I had another reason why I didn't like school was I was put in ELD, English Learning Development, for a long portion of my life, which was really weird. So I can tell you the exact reason because I asked. In first grade, I was put in ELD because I couldn't spell the word because. So I got put into ELD. I spoke fine. I spoke perfectly fine. I stuttered my words a little bit, but that was just because I was nervous. And I was a quiet kid sometimes, depending on the class. So I got put in ELD all the way up into 4th grade. And then when I came to middle school, I got put into ELD again. Easiest class of my life, though. I was like, at first I was kind of mad because I was like, bro, I can speak English fine. I'm not a foreign student. All right. 70% of the students here are Asian. They treated me like a fob, which was really strange because I was born here in America. ELD is English Learning Development class. It's basically for those who can't speak English very well, or have some sort of, like, you know, English is not your first language kind of thing. But for my school made it feel like more like you were just stupid, honestly. I kid you not. My ELD teachers made me feel like I was inferior to my classmates. Anyways. Very, very easy class. Very easy A. I was thankful for that. But I felt kind of... I got bullied. Not really bullied, but I got made fun of the fact that I was an ELD in middle school. Which was kind of rude, but it is what it is. But yeah, my school put me in ELD all because I couldn't spell a word because. I think only my high school had something like that. I think high school. I don't know if high school had it, to be honest. Routinely an overconfident ass who usually had the best test scores. Here, I can sum up all the wrongdoings of my school. Just so that I'm gonna share my hate of my school so you can understand. My school had a 100% graduation rate. And the only reason why I had a 100% graduation rate was because if you were anywhere near failing, they would send you off to what everyone in the school called the ranch. It was another school where all of our failed students were sent out to. To give you a perspective, we had a pretty big school. There was about 3,000 students in my freshman year. And by the time it came to my senior year, only 800 students graduated or something like that. So we lost a lot of students because they were failing. Our sports teams were not our sports teams. In fact, they were a specific race of students from a different school that represented our school because our school wanted to look good. It's like a battle royale in there. It honestly was. It felt like it, dude. I'm jealous of y'all who have American style school. My school wasn't great. It was American style school. I didn't really like it. I have kindergarten, primary, and secondary. Oh, I had preschool. I went to preschool, kindergarten, primary, or it was called elementary for me, and it was called middle school, and then high school. Another thing I hated was my school didn't give two fucks when I got bullied. I got assaulted multiple times in class in front of the teacher. Even one time I got suffocated. My school didn't give a shit. The teachers in that class saw me get suffocated. There was these two boys next to me. I fucking remember this. It pissed me off so much. But at the same time, I didn't really want to do anything because I defended myself and I didn't want to get in trouble. I was in the front row. Okay, I was in the front row. We were assigned to do homework, and there was two boys next to me. One of the boys decided to hold me back. The other boy decided to take my jacket hoodie over my head and to cover my nose, and I was suffocating. My initial reaction was to punch both of them in the balls, in which I did. I was really mad, and I was pissed off. I kind of screamed a little bit, and like I don't know. I guess I just had that aura where the teacher just kind of ignored me. He just ignored me after that entire incident happened. I told my parents, and then like they finally separated me afterwards. But that was one of the incidents. Another incident is where I got into I was bullied by a school of mine in elementary. Sorry, sorry. Let me rephrase that. I was bullied by. I had a best friend, and there was another friend that was in the situation. I've been bullied for like it was like 8-7 months, right? My school has a bully hotline. I've called that bully hotline multiple times. They only responded to it, I think, at the end of the year. Useless fucking school, by the way. I think another one is I got chased into I'm literally just TLDRing all the terrible experiences I had as a kid. I got chased by these two boys during recess. I told them to stop following me. Chase wasn't allowed. They bullied me into the restroom, the boys' restroom. I locked myself in the toilet stall. They kept kicking the door, wanting me to get out. I climbed on top of the toilet to look outside the bathroom entrance. Saw a girl and mouthed the word "help." The next thing I know, I got called into the office and I get detention. Fucking stupid. What was the other one that I also had? I'm trying to remember. There were so many terrible experiences that I had with the school system. And I think the worst thing was like all these experiences, they add up. They get written on your record too. And so when you go to middle school and when you go to high school, that record stays with you throughout the entire time. And it just like, it shows. And the school staff there like sees my old record. And without context of knowing what the situation is, I look like the troublemaker. I look like a really bad student. Everyone in the office knew who I was. I can guarantee you right now, I can go into my elementary school and they would know who I am. Even though I'm a lot older, they would know exactly who I am. 100%. Petitions to destroy your schools. Honestly, man. I remember bits of elementary, which is mostly fighting, and like the second half of high school, the rest of snippets in blank space. Man, you have a real movie drama storyline. Schools suck. If I were to give one, if I were to ever have kids, I give them one lesson: defend yourself, fight. If you had to fight yourself, I will always defend my son, or my daughter. I would always defend them, no matter what. Fuck schools, bro. Oh, there's another one. I got into it was my first physical real fight in high school. I felt like this dude was being racist to me, which he was. He was not involving me in things. And I stood up for myself. And I just remembered the dude side kicked me. I stood there like, oh, that was a weak ass kick. I guess he was trying to like trip me over or something. And I was trying to grab his face so I could slam it to the ground. That was my idea, was to grab his face and slam it to the ground, because my parents were like, you can fight and defend yourself and it would be fine. So I was like, okay. And as I went to go grab his face, he like kind of backed up and I cat scratched his face and he started bleeding. And then I got in trouble because I made him bleed. Him sidekicking me, amateur work. Me accidentally scratching him, and because he bled, I got in trouble. Are you that muscular? No, I'm built like a fucking twig. I have the body of a twink. It's because I have really sharp nails. It's always funny whenever the hard asses would hit so soft, right? When he kicked me, I was like, really? That was all you had? Okay. I don't know if it's because I was taller than him. He wasn't like built or anything, but I don't know, that sidekick was really weak. So many things that I could just go on about my school that I just hated. But of course, it's not all bad. That is where I met my significant other, so it is what it is. It's giving come at me, but in a chipmunk voice. Exactly. Oh, there's another time. This is like this moment makes me cry because this one I actually hated. There was one time in high school, in history class, I got slapped/punched in my back. It was so loud, every student stopped and looked. It was in classroom, okay? Every student stopped and looked. The only person that didn't stop and look was a goddamn teacher. He slapped and punched me, and I remember looking around at the class, trying my hardest not to cry. For context, the person that punched me had been someone that had bullied me for the past 7 years. And he had punched me, and I remember looking around in class, trying my hardest to not cry, because something inside me, it was the trauma, basically. I was like almost about to cry, and I was trying my hardest to not cry. Turned around and like, yeah, he just punched me because he thought I stole something from him. Like, the fuck, bro, I'm just minding my own goddamn business. And I just remember like looking at the teacher and telling the teacher like, hey, yo, you gonna help me or something? Didn't give two fucks. The same exact teacher, someone stole my hat. I got up to go get my hat back, and the teacher was like, sit the fuck down. And I kept like, but he has my hat. Can I have my hat back, please? He was like, no, sit down. I fucking hate that teacher, dude. What a bitch that guy was. Same exact teacher. Didn't give a fuck about me. I've been assaulted multiple times in class. Didn't give two fucks. Like, actually assaulted too. Reminded me of a fight I saw in high school. Damn, Ken. I bet you were one of those like, fight. This one guy one time punched me in the face, and I just kind of looked at him confused. Like, my nephew hits harder? What the fuck? That's a pussy-ass punch. Someone tried to wall run, then kick in a fight, and then he got knocked the fuck out. Wall hop? Dude, he tried having an anime moment? Hell yeah. Yeah, that sounds like you, dude. I'll do the flag move for you, Silver. Wish we could give you a head pat, bro. I mean, they were rough at the time, but they tell for some pretty great stories. However, if I were to ever time travel back in time, a lot of people who know me very well were like, how are you not a villain? Like, everything that I said is perfect for a villain arc to start. Like, I could become a very bad person. Honestly, I don't know. I think I was too optimistic about things. But if I were to ever go back, travel back in time to repeat of those events, I would fight for myself. I wouldn't be like a bad person, but I would fight for myself. I think I let people walk over me too much when I was a lot younger. Did someone record and completely miss the whole goddamn fight? I'll be real with you. No offense to Ken. I don't think they had phones back then. Kidding, I'm kidding. I'm sure they had phones back then. Maybe? I don't know. Did you have phone back then? I think they had like flip phones, right? Y'all had flip phones or something. If I could time travel, I'd do whatever I need to convince myself to not to fucking enlist. Worst decision of my life. You know what's funny, Silver? I know a lot of people, a lot of friends who are in the military or done with the military, and a lot of them are like, why'd I do it? Why the fuck did I enlist? I should have never done it. I had one friend who re-enlisted after being like after he finished. He was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna do another 5 years," and he regretted it. I mean, those experiences can teach you to be humble, kind, and mature than others. True. I think that's how I took it. Not entirely sure. I did cry a lot. I was a big crybaby back then. I think we were on the iPhone 5 or something. Okay, so I guess you guys did have phones. Did WorldStar exist back then? God, I remember Stewie 2K. I remember him being in a high school fight. And it being like... It's okay to cry, dude. Yeah, I mean... Try telling that to my younger self, though. I grew up in, like... I grew up in an environment where, like, crying was not very masculine. I did cry myself to sleep a lot as a kid. A lot. Like, a lot. But I don't regret it. God, sorry, my hair's like... My real life hair is getting in my way. And it's annoying me. Zort looks more mad than my actual model. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. My quick little rant about my school system and how much I hated it and it was disgusting. Crying still doesn't seem as masculine, but who the fuck cares anymore? True. I came here without even knowing your name. Mind doing an introduction? Yes, sorry, my apologies. My name is Zaitin Kumchu. I'm a Sakura Celestial VTuber. This little thing right here is Zort. It's also me, but just a smaller me. This is my full model. Yeah, we fuck around in here. That's about it. A gremlin version of you? Yes, I think this would probably be the best explanation. This is the gremlin version of me. He can also go bald. Oh, fuck. I guess Ken and I kind of grew up in similar, almost similar. CS League was very big in my school. I don't know if you did this in school, Ken. This is what I did in school. Before, so I was lucky enough to be one of the few students, like one of the beginning generations of when the school would give out to every student a Chromebook, which is basically a little laptop. And they didn't really have a firewall or any of like a whitelisted, blacklisted website, so you would be able to go on any websites. Don't gamble, kids. But I remember all of me and all my CS buddies, we would, not particularly me because I didn't have money, but we would even in our comp sci class, we would go to fucking we would go to CS gambling websites and they would just gamble CS skins. Beginning generations, goddamn. Are you that old? I'm not that old. I'm not old. We got Chromebooks in like high school year. So it was like right before I was about to graduate. No, sorry. I got it in freshman year, so yeah. I bet on my phone. You crazy. Gamba. We love gambling. And of course, we would be able to play all those cool games too, but then they banned it. I remember being able to... I cracked my Chromebook to be able to play Minecraft. So I played Minecraft. But unfortunately, at the end of the year, you have to give back the Chromebook, or that generation, we have to give back our Chromebook. Team Uport, maybe like $100. You guys hear this, dude? Remember Y8? I remember Y8. Y8 was goated. Flash games was the shit. Y3, Y8, and Gamebox. It was an esports team. Say, ban that guy. Ban him. Ban him. Ban him. Eliminate him. You hear what he's saying right now? They had a hacker, so I made good money. That's crazy. I remember it was CS Live was the one where you bet on esports teams. That was the one that I saw a lot of people go on when I was back in the day. Back in the day. Back in my day. Like, Cool Math Games is also... I think Cool Math Games was probably the biggest one that I ever did. God. A flood of memories just came flooding in. Anyways. It has been 2 hours. A very good stream today, I would say. Thank you guys for coming along. I appreciate it. A lot of new faces here. It was lovely seeing all the new faces. We will be back tomorrow at 3 p.m. PST. Same time as today. Dude, I feel like a baby being surrounded by old men. What the fuck? Let's figure out someone to raid out to. Before you do that, here is a Discord that... here is the socials. And here's the merch. Let's find someone to raid out to. I'm 06. You're chilling, bro. Don't say that in front of Ken. It'll make him feel weird. Who is streaming? I turned into dust. I'm normally asleep at this time, but it's my weekend, so my sleep schedule is ruined. Damn. Hopefully you get some good rest whenever your sleep schedule returns back to normal. Thank you for dropping by, you and your wife. Crizo, thank you for the follow. I'm gonna see who we can raid out to, though. Let's look. Who is live? We will raid somebody that we do know this time around. I don't have a lot of homies that are currently live. So we are just going to raid. I work third shift, so my sleep schedule is very temperamental. Oh, thank God Ivy's not here. I think Ivy's at work, so this works out for us. Let's raid out to Rabeto. He's currently playing... What the fuck? He's playing Final Fantasy 14, but he's playing Mahjong. Or Mahjong. Alright, and I have a raid message. Just say something nice. Say something nice and pleasing. Zort! Alright, I'll see you guys mañana. Bye-bye! Goodbye, Aiden.